Hi Apathis, how you doing, dude? There he is. How's your week been, Alec? I'll ask you. Oh, it's. Do you know what? It's that horrible sort of close way up here where it's like waiting to be a thunderstorm or something. But I've just got the. Yeah, you just feel steam instead. I know kind of it, but yeah, they managed to make it into a movie, didn't they? Backrooms, that's where we are. Yeah, it just finished before one. Just finished. I managed to like hightail it.
Are you thinking of suing over missold Python protection insurance? Had an accident in an airlock or slipped in a space station cargo bay and thinking of suing for compensation? Well, don't.
I tried to take my ship commander to court for making fertiliser out of my crewmates. Legal fees have left me with nothing, and now I'm hungry. All the time.
At Watton Brittany, we take small print very seriously. We have a massive team of lawyers just waiting to block your case and ramp up your legal costs.
I wanted a simple, no-win, no-fee arrangement. My case got blown out of the water by Watton Brittany, and now I have to rent out my arse for hydrogen
and like
fuel.
stop it and start
At Watton
it
Brittany,
again.
we have a saying: if you don't want a beating,
I agree,
stay out
Artie.
of our court.
I was savaged by a wild creature whilst fixing a vending machine. Can't I claim compensation?
No, you can't, because we have a massive team of lawyers and you're just someone who works for a living. Watton Brittany. Don't even think about it.
We all know what it's like. You're busy managing your settlement when suddenly the alarms go off.
Oh no, not again.
That's right. A commander with a Federation naval rank of Admiral, an Imperial King no less, has landed in a ship worth over 100 million credits and is killing all your staff, while they look around for a 10 credit adhesive to glue an upgraded scope to their 100,000 credit assault rifle.
My internet is potato internet.
They fly away with their super glue and you're left with a problem. How are you going to get your agricultural plant back up and running?
How am I going to get my plant up and running?
How are you going to find staff at short notice?
How am I going to find staff at short notice?
How are you going to deal with all those bodies?
There's bodies everywhere, and they've stained the carpet.
Wonder no longer. Call Aries Crime Scene Cleanup Services.
Hello, I'm Harry from Harry's Mine. After a sudden increase in robberies and murders by commanders since 3307, I've gained valuable expertise in cleaning up bodies, recruiting new staff and restocking stationary lockers. Now you can benefit from my experience by signing up to our Crime Scene Cleanup Service subscription plan.
That's right. For only a small monthly fee, when your settlement alarms are activated, our rapid response cleanup crew will be dispatched, along with our patented Cadaver Scoop 150. The Cadaver Scoop 150 can be mounted to surface reconnaissance vehicles and skimmers to make tidying up your settlement a breeze.
Wow, the bodies are gone.
Our recruitment team has potential new employees on standby across the galaxy, ready to fill your vacant roles in security, logistics, administration, processing, and more.
My plant's operational again. Thanks, Aries Crime Scenes Cleanup Services.
Aries Crime Scene Cleanup Services. We'll have your settlement as good as new before the next ship arrives. Cadaver Scoop 150 disposal bags sold separately.
There's a light in the night, and it won't go out. Now I found you. There's a heat so close that I never feel cold. Now I found you. I was alone, out in the dark. Then I saw hollow squares all around. Oh, now the calms call my name every night. Now I found you in the depths, gazing brightly at the neutron star. We share the field, scooping jackoons, leaping to the edges of the night. Oh, I was alone, out in the dark. Then I saw hollow squares all around. Oh, I was alone, out in the dark. Heaven was all around. Oh, together.
welcome to Lave Radio.
Greetings and welcome to Lave Radio.
Greetings, Commanders.
Greetings, Commanders.
The show that talks about the universe of Elite
and the development of the computer game Elite 4, known as Elite Dangerous,
and the fantastic
community that surrounds it.
Broadcast from the Orange Sidewinder and hosted by a vending machine technician.
A place of nonsense and innuendo for forum dads.
A self-contained podcast 2 hours long.
Transmitting to every corner of the galaxy.
It's even louder than me.
The hottest show this side of Dizzo.
The name of the place.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Greetings, Commanders, and welcome to episode 589 of Lave Radio, the show that talks about the universe of Elite Dangerous and the fantastic community that surrounds it. I'm your host, Commander Phoenix to Fire, otherwise known as Colin Ford, Chief Archivist of Lave Radio, and joining me in the Ori Sidewinder Bar, well, actually not in the Ori Sidewinder Bar this time, they're all over in Colonia. So I'm by myself in the Orange Sidewinder Bar and working Skype to unbelievable levels. We have our SRV Banksy, that'd be Commander Alec Turner.
Hello, calling to you from Colonia.
We have our Staff Liaison Officer, that'd be Commander Psychic, otherwise known as Claire.
Doom, 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 doom. Hello.
And, of course, we have the Chris Mark IV, who's also hanging out in the bar at Colonia if you'd like to join him.
Hello, Colin!
Yes, you're drifting away. You're going far away.
Sorry, Colin,
so if
can't hear you well.
If you wish, you can join us live. That's where they're hanging out in game, in open. So, yeah, have fun finding them. If you can't get to us in game, you can always join the Twitch chat channel, which you can access through laveradio.com/live. Click on the live chat, or go straight to twitch.tv/laveradio, or go to Lave Radio on YouTube. We're there as well. So, no Ben this week because of family matters. So we wish him the best while that occurs. But yeah, let's go around the crew, see what they've been up to. How about you, Chris Mark IV? Things are okay up north.
Think things are okay up north. It's still hot up here. It's hot for Scotland anyway. It's maybe not as hot as you guys are getting it down south at the moment, but yeah, it's still warm. I think we're waiting for a thunderstorm. It's very sort of close in Edinburgh at the moment. A thunderstorm coming just as all the festival venues are just slightly getting built. So that'll be fun. So let's find out. They've all been panic buying air conditioning and they're now going to be buying buckets for underneath the temporary tents. But yeah, been a really nice week. What have I been up to? I went to see the new Spider-Man at the cinema last week, which is absolutely brilliant because you get to see Spider-Man in Glasgow. It's meant to be New York, but it's Glasgow, so you get to play Spot Glasgow when you go and see the Spider-Man film, because they did a lot of proper action shooting. You know, they did a lot of live action instead of it being green screen and all that sort of stuff. So a lot of fun, that film. If you haven't had the chance to go along and see it yet, the cinema was absolutely mobbed on Wednesday night. Between a combination,
no traffic cones, I take it.
No traffic cones on Spider-Man's head. No. But you get to see him spin webs over the M8. so why not? But
and I'm just going over to Black Hill.
It's it helps. If you don't know Glasgow at all, you don't recognise it as Glasgow.
You don't recognise it as Glasgow. They do a really good job.
I genuinely did not recognise anything.
And if you visit Glasgow at the moment, it's currently being turned into Gotham for Batman 2. So
of course, yeah.
Of course, naturally, it can play New York and Gotham.
It's so insulting to Gotham. No, I take that one back before I get my head stoved in after that one.
Well, they'd already done up the city centre for the Commonwealth Games, so they were ready to up themselves for Gotham, so it's all good. So I did that. I went to a 90s race night on Friday night. So it was a night at the races, and then they had a 90s disco at the end, which was lots of Venga Boys, Spice Girls, Boyzone 5, all the classics getting played there, so a lot of fun with that. And then it was like usual radio nonsense at the weekend, and just everything else has been kind of ticking over. In game, I made the journey to Colonia. So I am currently speaking from the Jack's Station Bar instead of the normal Lave Station Bar. I don't know if anyone else had this problem this week, other players that have maybe not done the trip to Colonia in a while. But I remember my first trip to Colonia as a massive epic adventure, which spanned many, many jumps. and took me ages. And I've talked about this tale of adventure several times as like one of the most exciting things I've done in game. Well, the other day I did it in a couple of hours while second screening Project Hail Mary, and it's taken the polish off my Colonia Massive Adventure slightly. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, I'm now in Colonia.
The problem is you are now boldly going where everybody's gone before.
Yes.
Where everybody currently is.
Yeah, I've boldly gone where I've already been, and it took me a couple of hours, and not the epic massive adventure that I remember it being. So yeah, though I didn't use the superhighway the last time. So that is how I've shortened down the time.
Well, that'll do it in any ship.
Yeah, plus the Caspian helped shorten it down slightly as well. So
100%, yeah.
Yeah, so my epic adventure was slightly shortened, but yeah, no, I am now in Colonia. So that has been the majority of my in-game time this week, was me jumping over plus doing a little bit of the CG.
Cool. Alec.
Yeah. I haven't seen the new Spider-Man movie, but I did rewatch Spider-Man No Way Home, which is such a lot of fun. It's really good. It's really, really good. Really enjoyed that. Kind of in prep for going to see the new one. I went to the pub one evening, which was nice. Had a meal outside, and had a chat with a mate I haven't seen for a long time. He works in the movie business as an animator. Proper stuff, he did like the spiders in the Harry Potter movies and things.
Cool.
So we had a nice chat. We chatted about AI. That was quite interesting. Interesting little detail there is that for anyone that's sort of played with AI to try and do image manipulation and stuff, it's very good at coming up with quick results, but terrible at refining those results. Like if you get a picture, I don't know, you and a bunch of mates in a certain costume style or something, and then you say, okay, that's great, but can you, I don't know, tweak this or change that one person? No, I can change it all for you, but I can't do little. So, and he was basically explaining that's 90% of what his job is. The director coming to him and saying, I like what you've done, but can you change this finger to point ever so slightly more to the left, or make that spider's leg go there? And it's all the tweaking. So I think he feels fairly safe at the moment. But we had a good chat, obviously, about the Odyssey. But then what was interesting is he said his favourite film of the year was Backrooms. And that rang a bell, because I'm sure Claire was talking about it on the show last week or the week before. And I still sort of didn't know what it was. So I went away and did my research, and I have become completely hooked on Kane Parsons' Backrooms YouTube series. I haven't seen the film yet. But if you just go on YouTube, if people don't know what it is, and search for Backrooms, you'll see a lot of sort of thumbnails of lots of sort of corridors and office-like rooms with a sort of lime green colour to them. That's the thing. That's what you're looking for. And they're amazing. They're creepy as fuck, but I can't stop watching them. They're really interesting. So I would definitely want to go and see the film now. I did some DIY. What have I done in game? Well, I too am in Colonia. So I mentioned on last week's show that we had this distant races expedition. So it's like taking advantage of the Colonia thing for a bunch of racing folks to jump on a fleet carrier and head out for Colonia with some waypoints along the way where we'd stop and build racetracks with ED Copilot. It's been completely frantic, probably more frantic than Distant Worlds, because it's a much shorter trip. But we've been racing our asses off, basically. And I did the thing of flying alongside the fleet carrier at one point, and I'm getting better and better at filming fleet carrier arrivals. So I've made a video of that, if people check that out on my channel. It's quite pleased with that. We missed the CG, so we had this whole itinerary planned out with 4 waypoints, Colonia being the 4th. And then the CG dropped, and we had to sort of turn it all on its head and make Colonia the 2nd, and then we'll go back with 2 of them. So it's a bit of a chaotic expedition, but it's a good laugh. But we got in Colonia too late for the first 2 CGs. So I've delivered 10 units. I've done my cape wearing, delivered 10 units to Carcosa and Ainara. But so I might get 2 cargo racks out of it if people can pull their finger out and get Ainara to complete. But yeah, so we're in Colonia now, racing mostly. That's my week.
Nice.
Excellent. Right, Claire then.
Oh, what have I been up to? I too went to see the Spider-Man movie. I too thought it was very, very fun. I don't think it was quite as good as No Way Home. I don't think it was quite as good as Fantastic Four. But I will say I adored Fantastic Four. So various user experience may vary. We had the lovely folks over at Frontier, I don't know if you've heard of them, invited me over to a cheeky little preview event of their new DLC for Jurassic World Evolution 3 that is coming out with a cheeky little like online preview event, which was very fun. But also I went to it and then went back to bed for a nap because I was absolutely shattered. It's very warm at the moment and I'm not sleeping very well, and there were other reasons that are mitigating factors within that. But I went back for a nap, and I swear I've been ill ever since. It's completely thrown me out. I feel like full of cold and really sinusy and weird dizzy feelings. It's not fun. But yeah, they've got a new thing. They've got Crocs coming, and it's like pre-dinosaur dinosaurs, if that makes sense. Like not actually classed as dinosaurs. It's like from the earlier eras, and there's like 5 dinosaurs and a really beautiful scenery pack that they've got coming out, which I cannot wait to mess about with. What have I done in game? I'm still in Colonia. I did a little bit of exploration. I dropped off like a tiny bit of that stuff when I was ordering my ships up. I dropped off a tiny bit just so I'd be in, and then I buggered off and went on the other side of the bubble, other side of the other side of Colonia to the bubble. So the furthest I've ever been away from the bubble in that instance. I went about 1,000 out, less than that. I think it was probably about 500 light years out, and did a small, the economy routing hops. And did maybe 3 hops, and then I logged in on Monday and I was like, oh, I'll come back because now all of my ships will be there, so I'll be able to do like big deliveries and won't feel like I'm having to do it in my Caspian. And I flew back and I landed and I handed it all in, and I swear I'd done like 2 systems and I made 235 million credits because there were a lot of like first footfalls and first discoveries in there. 235 million credits. Lads, I was sleeping on ExoBio. It's so profitable. So I used that at least that 235 million credits to build myself a Type 8 because I mistakenly thought I'd ordered my Type 8 up, and I deployed every single one of my Type 8s in the bubble, and for some reason all of them had engineering, so I didn't want to like sell it and then redeploy because then it's just like wasting engineering materials, and like my whole brain cannot let me do that. So instead I built and outfitted another Type 8 to do the runs to Carcosa or whatever the ones called, Paxton Mines, I think it is, Paxton something. But I built a Type 8 to do that, and then engineered it because of course I did. But yeah, I was told multiple times that I would only really be able to outfit it to like grade C if I was lucky and those kind of stuff. But Colonia Hub, with the exception of life support and scanners, would let me buy everything up to up to A rated in for the Type 8, and then I just transferred all of my extra cargo racks from my Panther Clipper, which I had paid the exorbitant fee to bring up to Colonia, and put those onto the Type 8. So my day tomorrow is going to be trying to get as I imagine quite a few people's day is going to be trying to get the medium pad, the only one that's left now, to at least tier 1, so it hopefully qualifies for all of the rewards. It was really fun. I really had a good time.
Excellent.
I've had a really good time in Elite. Elite's really fun at the moment. Don't fuck it up, Elite. Don't fuck it up on tier, please. I'm really enjoying myself. It's great.
Right. Well, let's have a quick think about what I've done this week. Not much, actually. Just the usual pottering about at work and usual dad jobs on the weekend. So nothing really exciting. However, in Elite World, went back into VR for the first time in absolutely ages, and to be honest, the first time I've been in VR in both the Panther Clipper and the Caspian, and my God, do you feel the size of those bridges? They are absolutely enormous. You feel tiny in them. It's not since I've flown the T9 have I felt, oh my goodness, I know I'm in a big ship. So yeah, that was really good. And flying the Nomad about in VR, flight assist off, is an experience. It certainly is an experience.
I bet that feels tiny, doesn't it?
Oh, after that, you feel like you're flying a transit van after being on a luxury liner. But it's still fun. So yeah, and over the weekend I managed to get an extra operation in. So I've now done 5 out of the 6.
Nice.
So far, there's not one I haven't enjoyed. They've been really, really good. The one problem I did have, though, is I think I'm beginning to hit the same issues with some of the other people's networking problems. Tried to do an on-foot combat zone. The vulture never turns up, and that seems to be a consistent error for me now. And the other issue seems to be, you know those on-foot base reactivation missions, under the support?
Yeah.
Haven't found one. Every single time I've found support missions, they're all raid missions, which I keep on thinking that's odd. Really, these should be support missions.
They're very subject to the BGS, aren't they? Those
I think so. Yeah.
Settlement restore missions.
You've got to be close to a system which is in infrastructure failure to see them. But I haven't had much luck with it. So, but apart from that, I've just been running around. I've actually been doing some power play for Mahan for once, because I found it's easier to get engineering mats doing power play than it is to actually searching for engineering mats. So, yes, but I am going to have to do the horrible restocking engineering grind at some point, which I'm not looking forward to. I've been putting it off for about a year and a bit. But it's now getting to the point where I can't engineer any ships at all now. So, yeah, I'm going to have to start stocking up. But less said about that, the better. Moving on, the development news. What have the devs said this week? Well, this is interesting. 2 things. First off, we had the July devlog, which basically summarized everything which has been happening during July, which is, in other words, operations, and also the Nomad. So we had some nice interviews here with the devs. Anything jump out at anybody for?
Yes, it did. Let me find it again, because where was it? There's something about. Oh my gosh.
Is it conduits you're going to mention?
Yes, conduits.
I thought it might be.
It was the conduits. We talked about this. You were there when I read it out. Are there any art details which you'd like to highlight to players? The cafeteria set with white done this is Simon. The cafeteria set with white done plastic tables for the lower ranks, while the officers get polished wooden furniture to dine off, is a particular favourite. Also me, that's very fun. I enjoy that a lot. But I also really like the new heavy-duty power conduits that appear in several rooms. We'll be making much more use of those in future updates, which leads me to rampant speculation about other other like objectives and things that you could do with power conduits, and maybe like a fixing something without having to have combat. I keep thinking about stuff that isn't combat related.
Yeah. run around and find missing fuses and put them in fuse boxes,
Yeah.
or cut power conduits, I suppose, with the arc cutter to, I don't know. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I can't even think what these heavy duty power conduits look like.
We're talking cables, right?
They must have something like that. There must be
cables in boxes.
I feel like I want to go and have a look around and on an operation and go and actually find what he means by these conduits, and then hopefully we might have an idea. We might be able to sort of figure it out with a context clue, maybe. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I mean, don't you love the devlogs where everyone will start speculating on what they really mean and what really comes is
well,
good.
I'm really hoping, Colin, that when they say we'll be making much more use of these in future updates, that they do mean that.
Yeah, I must admit, I've heard that before.
Yeah, true. That's true. Temper your expectations, lads. Temper your expectations. And the other thing that I thought was really funny was they were that literally straight after that they talk about color coding the bays, and I said out loud as I was reading it, I said out loud, well, I know that the cargo deck is red, and the cargo deck in these images is quite clearly yellow, so it's worked so well.
That's worked really well. It's made a lasting impression on you.
Yeah, I thought it was a really nice article. They did say that this was I saw people being disappointed, like this is all we're getting. What? And spoiler alert, no, it isn't. But we like an awful lot of this is all we're getting. But this is what they told us we were getting in June when they did their June.
Yeah, it's good. I don't mind a bit of sort of insight into what's going on in there, thinking about the design of the cockpit, and it was really intriguing to read. I hadn't really thought about the wear model on the Nomad, but they were sort of talking about paying a lot of attention to the paint wear model. So I need to. I haven't got much wear and tear on my Nomad, but I need to do some mileage. The thing is, like what normally wears down paint on ships is traveling in supercruise, and you can't do that in the Nomad. So I'm not quite sure how you go about wearing down your Nomad paint.
I'll give it a go. I whack it into the ground hard enough.
I'll try quite hard. I wonder if rolling it down a crater would do it.
Maybe.
I think it's because you got skids. Because you got skids, as soon as you land, then of course because you don't have wheels, and any movement of theirs, all the paint, all the dust's going to come up and ruin the paint.
Yeah, could be. We'll see. I shall pay close attention to my.
I did really like the article. The more I read it, because we get these when we're very, very fortunate and lucky, we get these kind of things beforehand, don't we? We can talk about that because we did get this beforehand. And I had a quick look at it and I was like, oh, there isn't really anything there. I'll read it when it comes out. Like there's nothing that I can make a short form video on or something like that, which is the kind of things that I usually do. And then when I actually read it, instead of just like a brief skim through to see if there's anything new and exciting, when I actually read it, it was really cool. It's a really cool bit of info.
Yeah, I feel seen. That's exactly what I did. I skimmed it.
Yeah.
I got the sort of preview thing, skimmed it, and went, "Oh, this is shit. There's nothing in it."
Yeah.
And then felt bad when I actually read it and thought, you know what? It's quite interesting.
Yeah, wild.
Ironically, this is one of these occasions where I do want to know how the sausage is made because it's one of these things. It's one of these things where I do want to know what the sausage is made. I don't want to know how the haggis is made, but still. I did like my one thing was I did like the key operations numbers. There's been over 130,000 operations started, and over 75% of them have been successfully completed. The most popular operation was the biohazard takedown, which I've done that one. I love it.
Obviously, because it's the easiest.
So yeah, I think I've only got one left to do. So and then I'm going to start doing them at least once or twice a week. And there's going to be I'll be notifying people when I do it on the Discord because we've got a channel there for operations. So please help me out in operations. So yeah, that was quite pleasant. And then just when everybody was there going, it's all the same. There's nothing interesting happening. What do they do? Friday, 6 p.m., they drop a nice little tweet saying, "Get ready to break ground," and a nice little image of what looks like a wheel and what looks like a clamp, and a commander standing dramatically in front of some boiling lava.
It's exciting, isn't it? It's exciting. Thank you, Frontier, on a Friday for handing me the question of the week on a platter. I appreciate you.
So obviously, well, I guess we'll. Shall we wait this? Put the pin in this and come back with it for later in the show, because
I think so.
Yeah,
I feel this really does need some in depth. Otherwise, that commander certainly looks as had one Vindaloo too many. But apart from that,
I was about to say, I think this topic's got legs, and now I really, really want to kill myself.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, before I die, I will pass over to to Alec for the community news.
And now, to the community coroner.
It's a dead game, innit, mate?
Okay, let's go. First up is a video by ED Command Deck featuring the ED Command Deck. Video is called Elite Dangerous Command Deck First Look. It's a bit of a tease. I believe there's more info coming later, but basically the description says, introducing the first look at both ED Command Deck, a total second screen automated helper app with deep functionality within the Elite Dangerous experience, and the ED MDCU multi-display control unit, a hardware add-on navigation computer for ED Command Deck. It's cool stuff. The second screen automated helper looks like it's got loads of detail. You know, I think it's sort of in the mold of ED Copilot and a bunch of others that are already out there, but no harm in people making more of these things. They're all great. What intrigues me about this is the real. He's got a really, he or she. I do apologise. Terrible with my pronouns. They have a really cool cockpit setup. Like they've got, I think, 3 screens, and they've got loads of panels and buttons and controls around. And the MDCU, the multi-display control unit, is a really professional looking hardware sort of button box, and it's got its own screen which sits in amongst all this sort of wraparound cockpit. Yeah, with a bunch of buttons and screens and things that control routing and engaging, you know, frame shift drive and all that stuff. I suppose I'm sort of intrigued where this is going to go. I hope, given that they've branded their YouTube channel as well, I hope they're aware that they would not be able to sell such a thing. But it looks super cool. Anyway, it's a very nice bit of kit. It's beautifully built. So yeah, if people are curious in their sort of cockpit stuff, then go and take a look because it's nice. Next up is it's been a long time since we had a video from Space Bear. So it's a kind of retrospective. It's called Elite Dangerous From the Past to Infinity. 10 years of Bear in space, and it's basically a look back. I think I get the sense that a lot of people are coming back to Elite and giving it another look, and I get the feeling maybe that's the case with Space Bear as well, because there's a little bit of commentary at the beginning about sort of where, you know, what state the game's in now, I suppose. But then it's basically clips from Space Bear's sort of back catalogue of 10 years of videos that really are beautiful, especially when you distill them down to little clips from each one. So well worth a look, and a sort of reminder of how fantastic Space Bear's videos are. And then next one I just spotted this morning, last of my videos, I think, this week, is called Elite Dangerous, the best space sim in 2026 by LT Gaming. And their description is, in this video we look at why Elite Dangerous still delivers one of the best senses of scale and space immersion in gaming, from atmospheric planetary descents and incredible audio design to ship collecting, exploration and combat. We also discuss its biggest problems, including repetitive assets, confusing systems, ARC's monetization, lack of proper interiors, abandoned console development, and the enormous amount of time the game demands. That sounds a bit negative, that second list, because it's quite long.
Oh,
But
Go on. Sorry.
It's a really balanced and fair review, and they really rave about Elite, and they think it absolutely is the best space sim around at the moment. Yeah, I guess the only sort of complaint that I particularly disagreed with is about ARC's monetization, because I think actually that's working really well and clearly providing Frontier with excellent revenue to keep developing the game. And actually, I don't think the players hate it that much. Sorry, Colin, what were you going to chip in on?
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I watched that, and I've known LT Gaming followed him for quite a while. Yeah, he's always been one of these people that fell out of love with Elite Dangerous and slams it for the usual problems that it's always had since launch.
Yeah,
and admittedly, the fact that he's come back round to actually enjoying it says something. But yeah, there is, you do get that feeling that I'm reluctantly enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you watched it, but he did sound like he quite lost himself in it. And sort of came back to take a quick look, and then suddenly found himself at 2 o'clock in the morning with a fairly unhappy wife. So it was quite funny. Yeah, right. Moving on. A quick shout out. I don't know about other people. I use Inara a lot, but I confess I tend not to read the bulletin boards and the news pages and things at all. And they have actually posted a bunch of changes that they're going to make, if they haven't already, to their squadron pages. So if people are particular fans of how Inara does squadron information, or maybe not fans, maybe haters, then go and have a look at the change notes, because there's quite a lot, and they've changed a bunch of stuff which may affect you. Next up was a tweet. When did this go out? Let me just bring it back up. It was on 2 days ago. It was Commander Picard from Mission Farsight basically celebrating 3,500 days in space. Crikey, it feels like we've only just done one of these, but Commander Picard is still out there. Some amazing stats, as always. Number of FSD jumps, 44,520. They've travelled 1,318,413 light years, discovered 369,888 planets, 257 Earth-likes, 4,680 gas giants containing life, and have clocked 23,807 mission hours. Friends made, too many to count. Lovely stuff. We'll include a link to the tweet in the show note if people want to go and give it a thumbs up and a like and all that jazz, because, yeah, amazing stuff as ever from Commander Picard. The only reason to use X. Right, there's a new blog by Nicey asking the same question we're all asking, I think, and looking at the new vessel teaser and discussing what it might be. So more on that later, I guess. But yeah, Nicey has a whole blog on the subject if you're really into it. And lastly, we've had notification of an upcoming expedition. So this is courtesy of Murdoch's place in Delta One. I think they're both in chat, and you can find us in the Lave Radio Discord as well as a link there to the Delta One Discord. But they have the Pathfinder Initiative expedition coming up. I think I'll just read out the blurb. So join us on September the 13th, 2026 for the Pathfinder Initiative expedition, a 2-month Elite Dangerous adventure for everyone from new pilots to seasoned explorers. Our focus is exploration. We'll journey into the black to discover new systems and breathtaking sights, while keeping the trip approachable for new commanders. We'll travel south and east of the bubble before turning north, reaching approximately 13,000 light years from Sol. We're going to announce all waypoints before launching, except one chosen by you. During the expedition, we'll hold a competition to find the coolest system, and the winning discovery will become an official waypoint. There'll be 3 to 4 fleet carriers accompanying us, so you won't have to make every jump yourself unless you want to. Halfway through, a carrier will provide ferry service to and from the bubble. Sunday and Wednesday meetups will feature astronomy deep dives, exploration competitions, SRV and ship races, mass jumps, screenshot contests, and general shenanigans. New commanders are welcome. All you need is a few hours of experience, a basic exploration ship, and a sense of adventure. No engineering or advanced equipment required. There's an EDSM link coming soon, and what I've included in the show notes is a link to basically that shout out in the community corner suggestions of the Lave Radio Discord, where you can find all that and the names of the people involved, and and the link to the Discord invite. So yeah, cool stuff. Somebody's just tacked something on the end of my show notes here.
We've both been doing it, mate. I'm really sorry.
No, it's all right. Go for it. Jump in.
Just a shout out to a guy called Travis Lester, who's in the Facebook Elite Dangerous Community PC group. There's a mouthful. He's managed to 3D print and paint a Caspian, which looks amazing. If you ever get a chance to actually, I supply the links, but unfortunately it's Facebook. But it does look amazing. So if you have a chance to look at them, I'm always fascinated by people that can do a good 3D print. Claire?
Oh, nice. Yes. Hey, guess what's happening? I'm really sorry, Colin. This time next month, we're gonna be setting up 3CM. We're going to be setting up. We're not going to have any. We're not going to have any mix-ups. We're going to be done in like 20 seconds, maybe 20 minutes. Isn't that right, Chris?
Yes, I think 19 and a half minutes.
19 and a half minutes. Excellent. More time for drinking and playing werewolf. Cool. Yeah, when we're setting up 3CM, which is very exciting, and she's told me that I can tell people, so I'm going to tell people. The last two times we've had people at we've had special effect at ECM, we've had Paige on the monitors, playing stuff. This year you're actually going to get to meet Paige in person.
Oh, cool.
I'm so excited. Paige and our other lovely friend, Dr. K. Ross, are both going to be at ECM this year, which she's super excited about.
Oh, bloody! As if there's another reason.
I'm sorry, pal.
At that time, I'll be in blooming Tenerife watching my wife push a blooming High Rocks trolley about the place, which is yay. But moving on. If you have,
that's come from Paige. That's all I'm saying. I'm very sorry, Colin.
So if you have a community event taking place soon and you'd like us to shout about it across the airwaves, tweet the crew at Lave Radio, email us at info@laveradio.com, or drop your suggestion into a community corner channel on our Discord. So the in-game events, what has been happening this week? Well, there's only one thing, and that's why they're all out in Colonia. They're all getting their Colonia capes on. That is the Colonia plans to distribute celebration commodities, which is this wonderful 4-system community goal. How's it going out there, guys?
Well, watching Apathis getting ganked in open every time is joyous. So on Thursday, when the server tick happened, the Jack Station went from being pretty bog standard Jack Station to being an asteroid base with a black sheath around the outside of it. It's the only way to describe it. So it was a little broken for a little bit at the start of the when the servers came back up, and then it changed, and it's now like gold and silver and all decked out for its 10-year anniversary, and it looks really pretty. I've not managed to do anything about the amount of fucking belugas that are outside it all the time.
It's a busy old station, isn't it?
It's so busy. I've never even when I normally come up to Colonia, normally I come up and I deposit my bio waste at Kremen's Respite, and then I just jump back without even sort of like stopping for a cup of tea. But it's been Cloney's really fucking pretty, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's really pretty.
Time since I've been out. I've been really enjoying it so far.
There's there's three CGs have completed. Those are all the CGs that were for the large padded stations, and now there is the one that's remaining is in Einheria, I think, at Paxton Landing, which is really, really annoying because there is a perfectly serviceable large station in Einheria called Pilkington Orbital, and they could have used that. That could have been perfectly fine. Why did they not?
Well,
I have a theory.
Game reasons aside, because probably let's have a medium because it will be funny. But also, is it a different faction? Maybe only certain factions are contributing in the party.
Maybe only certain factions, yes, for sure. Let me just
is there?
Yeah, they are different. They are different factions.
Is there a rhyme or reason to the factions that have been picked for the CG?
I don't think so.
I'm not very good with my colonial lore.
Right, so Paxton Landing is ICU Colonial Corps, which is a used to be a I don't know how much they are now, but that is one of the ones, like most of the ones here are all sort of like player inserted factions because that was what the Jax to Colonia thing was. So it's difficult to say, but I don't think there's a huge difference between like ICU and Light Dealer, or I don't know what the other ones were. I'm just looking into it now. My thoughts is that it's all of the large stations are all different types of station as well, I think. So if they're all different types of station, like different large stations, are they sort of showing that out as a look, you're going to be able to do all of these different stations your own when you do your colonization from Colonial? Or maybe that's too much. Maybe that is me squirreling and too much to ask, or me putting a tinfoil hat on and making connections where they don't exist. They're all owned by different people. I'm just looking through them now.
I was just checking that. Isn't Like Dealer a player faction?
Well, they're all like most of them. ICU was a player faction, player inserted faction.
Weird.
The Last Phoenix Vault, I believe, probably are as well. Like most of them, because of the nature of how Colonial was set up, Frontier allowed player factions to name the factions that went in, and also name stations that went in, depending on how well they did.
Yeah, because I remember there was quite a kerfuffle from the player community out in Colonia when they decided to put in the automatically named factions, because everyone said, "Oh, it's going to spoil what makes Colonia special," because when you name your own player group, you feel like it's your player group, even though technically all it is a name.
It's just a name, yeah.
But yeah, it's that was. What was it? Colonia I, or was it Sagittarius I?
Yeah. That was. Oh my gosh.
I know that is now 5 to 6 years ago. That's like longer than that now.
Yeah, I think so. Probably.
AI magazine. Wow.
I know. God, it hits you when you suddenly realise, yes, this game has been going quite a while.
This game's been going well. We're celebrating the 10th anniversary or something, so yes, absolutely. Like something tangible that happened in game, a relatively decent distance into the game.
Yeah, more than half. When it's more than half the game's history away, it's like something like that's closer to the game coming out than it is to now. It's those kind of ones that are a bit wow.
Oh my god! Yeah, we're all having a lot of fun in Colonia, right? We're like enjoying ourselves.
Yeah.
Not you, Epaphras, but everyone else.
Poor Abbas. He's been ganked once or twice so far on the
I've watched him being killed at least twice on the live stream. Bless him.
Oh.
But did they at least chip in afterwards and tell him what he was doing wrong? Because
isn't that
what they do?
That's what they're supposed to do, right? They're supposed to like really help.
Kill you
that's
and
why I
then
understand.
explain why you got
apparently,
killed.
it's supposed to be a really fulfilling experience, like that player versus player interaction.
It's good for everyone, right?
Hang on, no, Alex, sorry, this isn't respectful. My apologies. Coloni, hopefully this last one will complete. Hopefully this last one will be more, this last CG will complete, and then those of you who just delivered one will be one item. Put your cape on for a minute and delivered one item to everyone. We'll be able to get your 5 extra cargo racks. Less switching out. I'd like some size 6s now, please, Frontier, if you're listening.
Yeah, I'm running out of places to put 5s, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, never satisfied. Never satisfied.
I know, right? The entitlement.
Right. Time for the power play rankings then. Remaining in 12th, Senator Petraeus has gained no systems, leaving his total at 667. In 11th, Torval has gained 5 systems, bringing her total up to 765. In 10, Delane has gained 4 systems. His total is now 863. 9th, Winters doesn't gain a thing. Her total stays at 1,126. Archer in 8th gains 3 systems, bringing his total up to 1,292, while Antal in 7th gains 7 systems, bringing his total up to 1,366. In 6th, Grom gains 6 systems, bringing his total up to 1,514. And in 5th, Kane gains 17 systems, bringing her total up to 1,537. 4th, Lee Yong-Roo has gained 11 systems, bringing his total up to 1,880, while only 42 ahead of them. In 3rd, Emperor Rissa also gains 11 systems, bringing her total up to 1,922. In 2nd, Mahan gains 3 systems. His total now stands at 2,111, while, as usual, in 1st is Aisling Duval. 10 new systems to her total, 2,635. Enjoy your bathwater, everybody. And that's the power play rankings this week. I must admit,
a lot of people going on holiday.
Yeah, I must admit, I am a bit concerned with the Arissa Lee Yong-Roo situation. It's just one bad week away from losing 3rd place.
And actually, if you look at Lee Yong-Roo, generally, like their stronghold and fortified numbers are big. They've got a they might be in 4th place, but they've got a really solid foothold in the places they're in.
Well, I know. I mean, in the other alternative rankings, he'd be top.
Yeah, I see.
So you know, it's. I still think we've got the rankings wrong on this one, but never mind. I guess that's just me.
It's fun to we can only go by the way it looks in game. I think we can only go by. I think it's probably our place to go by what it looks like in game, no matter whether or not we.
I'm fine with us doing that. If people would like them ranked in a different order, then other podcasts are available.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I know them thieving, money grabbing, suing loose screws do it in a different order.
They're the ones who beat your asses in that game we did for Game Plus, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, I like being on their side.
Well, we're not going to have a store alert this week because it's exactly the same as last week. So if you like your green and you like your nomads, that's what's in the store. So for more information, see last week. I guess we'll have a discussion of a certain tweet happening after these adverts.
Say there, Spacefarer. Has the universe been feeling a bit too large lately? Does the thought of witch space, solar storms, and looking into the endless void give you the jitters? Well then, have we got news for you. Introducing Lave's Nearby Worlds Expeditions, the sensible way to explore the cosmos. Why risk life and limb on some far-flung death planet when you can enjoy pleasant, nearby worlds, all within a short hop, a gentle skip, and with a very reassuring return ticket? That's right, no black holes, no killer plants, and absolutely no ancient unknowable beings who resent your existence. Each Nearby Worlds expedition is carefully curated for folks who like their adventure mild, their gravity predictable, and their oxygen exactly where it belongs. Every trip includes a complimentary safety briefing, emergency hot chocolate, and a soothing recorded message reminding you that everything is probably fine. So if you're curious about space, but not that curious, remember the name that explores with common sense trust. Nearby Worlds Expeditions. Travel to Lave 2 daily on one of our top 99.5% of liners.
Dreams. Humanity's dreams. The hope to live among the stars. From early times, we've gazed up to the heavens and wondered if one day we could travel there. Maybe even live there. The Brewer Corporation has made this dream a reality, constructing intricate cathedrals of metal, circling numerous planets across thousands of systems in our human bubble. Why stay rooted in a gravity well when you can be free in orbit, free to dream, free to live, and one day to become a commander and be free to blaze your own trail? Brewer Corporation, the first step into the unknown. Come join us. Be free.
You've flown ships at max speed. You've felt the power of the 30 megawatt mining laser. You've experienced the efficiency of the MB4 mining machine.
Wow.
But it leaves every hardcore miner with just one question.
Why can't I get a shave that's that fast, close, and efficient?
Introducing the Saracen MB5 shaving drone.
It's so smooth.
Combining the power of a mining laser with the convenience of a drone.
It's like every hair is targeted by a fighter and destroyed.
Saracen's patented shaving drone attaches to your face at the start of the day. Leave it to do its work, and when you come back to check, your face is shaved.
He's so smooth.
It's like I'm mining my face.
The Saracen MB5 shaving drone.
Now I feel manly.
Saracen Shaving, making shaving an unnecessary adventure.
And welcome back. Well, as we mentioned earlier under the development news, there is a teaser out there that they dropped at 6 o'clock, much to the Burr's annoyance. that was probably the quickest turnaround they've ever done, which I thought was quite impressive. Yes, so it drops a hint saying that prepare to break new ground, and there is a wheel, and there is what looks like a spiky thing, and a flaming commander. Okay, let's go around, everybody, see what we've got, because I've got a sneaking suspicion we'll all end up with the same answer. But Claire, would you like to go first?
Oh, man. Well, I'm going to give the same answer to the rest of you, won't I? Yep. So, right, I'm gonna recommend tempering expectations before I go off on a crazy rant about how amazing I think it's going to be. Remember when we talked about the Type 11?
Oh, yes.
Remember when we talked about the Type 11 and we were excited about all the new mechanics it was going to bring into the game, and then it didn't. Then it had a cannon that spaffed out small lasers that made a rock give us more stuff.
Yeah.
That's me saying let's temper our expectations. Now, on the flip side of that, I think this is going to be a really, really... What I'd love it to be... Fuck it. What I'd love it to be is a ship-launched vessel that can land and then drive around that is immediately disqualified from every buckyball event. That's my absolute dream, is to have to switch modes, and that's why you can see a leg and then also a wheel, because that wheel looks like it's slightly elevated from the ground.
God, that's wild. The idea that we've had skids, we've had landing legs, we've had skids, and this one's just going to have wheels. Wow.
Yeah, that's my thought. So you would change the mode.
Yeah.
And that's how it changes from a ship launch vessel to a ship SRV.
Hang on. Did you say you just wanted a transformer?
No, I wanted something that can go from being a ship flying to landing to driving around.
It kind of transforms then.
No, because it doesn't turn into a robot. Yes, it's cheating bang bang.
But without the hovercraft bit.
Yeah. Yet. For now. Only a matter of time. There we go, that's me.
Lovely. Alec.
Yeah. What really intrigues me about this, I mean, so that's a wheel, and we kind of assume that those are a different design of the little thrusters that are inside the SRV wheels, the attitude thrusters, which kind of suggests that's the outside of the wheel and not the inside. So the camera isn't underneath the vehicle, it's to one side of the vehicle. These may all be wrong conclusions. So what really keeps doing my head in is the angle of the leg. Because it's sort of coming in from the left, but the vehicle is presumably to the right, and I just can't wrap my brain around what we're seeing there.
It's because when the wheels have been lifted off from the ground, they turn as well. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I don't know. If I turn out to be right, I'm going to be so mad at myself for saying that it was ridiculous.
My only other thought was that it was a mechanical space hopper. So basically the leg, there's legs each side like this yellow one, and they do a kind of... They basically... they basically do the bouncing motion. So they reach forward like legs and then throw it into the air, and then it bounces on this thing, which isn't a wheel, it's more like a ball. It's a mechanical space hopper. It seems pretty obvious now I think about it.
I love you never change.
And I will definitely be bouncing this down the side of a crater.
Definitely. Chris Mark 4.
Well, first of all...
Pick your brain.
First of all, I think you're all wrong. Clearly,
I mean, I definitely am, but go on.
Clearly, what we've been given is a writing implement so that the SRV Banksy can be more precise with their drawing.
Yes.
And you draw, I don't know, using lava. But if it's not that, what I'm thinking is that what we're seeing is like a stabilizing leg. You know, if you look at like a construction crane going out on the street, and what it does is it has little prongs that come out at the side and then stabilize it, make it less wobbly. I think we've got something like that going on with the SRV, so that if it is like a mining type device or a drilling device, you land it and then it extends its little prongs out so that it's nice and stable, and then it can get on with business. So it makes it like a bigger platform, potentially. That's what I've got in my head with looking at that sort of little boot that it has sitting there.
Yeah.
But it could be completely wrong, and the chances are I am wrong. Yeah. That's what I have, is like because it looks very industrial, doesn't it? It's like when you look at like the paint chipping off the side of the leg and the sort of hydraulic nature of it, it does look like it's supposed to be either some sort of pincer type thing or like a stabilizing leg for something else.
It's weird because the two sections, like either side of the commander, I think the wheel on the right looks really clean and shiny and new, and this foot thing looks like it's seen some shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
One's from Star Trek and one's from Star Wars.
To be fair, if you're parking it right next to lava, then you're going to get some damage on the paintwork.
It's only on one side. Yeah, only on the one side, but not on the wheel hub at all.
I mean, they did talk about.
What do you think, Colin? Oh, sorry.
Sorry, no, it's all right. Carry on.
No. They didn't talk about. You go.
I was going to say in the article that we were talking about early on, they were talking about the wear and tear model that they'd put on the Nomad. So I'm wondering if they've added a bit of extra wear and tear stuff onto this, just looking at that that leg that they've got on there. But Colin,
this to me is a space JCB.
Yes.
This is what we want. It's going to be a basic big yellow digger that you can drive about, I think, and I'm going to love it because there's not a boy out there that doesn't like a digger. Let's be honest.
These are Transformers, or maybe even bigger.
If it's a digger, for people that are thinking it's a digger, and let's go with Colin because he's just voiced that. Do you imagine it's still going to be going for the same mesosidereites and things that we've always shot at and blown up? Or do you think we'll just be able to dig into the ground?
This is the thing, because the fact that they've hinted at breaking ground is one of the things that we've always wanted since the old days of Frontier and Frontier First Encounters. There's always been the legendary MB4 mining machine, which you just dropped on a planet and it would just dig away and extract minerals for you, and then you come back, pick it up, and sell those minerals for. And I think David Braben himself said we would have loved to have put that in, but the old Horizons model couldn't handle it. Now, this might be something where Odyssey can. And I would love to see if, that not only is this it's a space digger, a space JCB, if you like, it also means that we get to do surface mining properly. Even if it means dropping charges and watching the ground blow up, which would be really great. But
that's an awful. Not to completely naysay all of that. That's an awful lot of new mechanics to put next to a vessel launch.
Yes.
I'm not saying that it's a bad idea.
I know you're tempering expectations.
I'm trying real hard when I talk about my ship. I really do everything in the mode.
Go on, Alec.
No, I wanted to come back in because I've just had another thought.
Uh-oh.
Well, okay. So the angle of the leg and the wheel is still bugging me because they almost look like. And I suddenly thought, what if it's a bit like what Claire said, but not? What if you fly? It's another ship launched vessel, a bit like the Nomad, but it's you fly it down. And you land it, and it lands on these yellow legs that we can see on the left. Maybe it's got 4 of those or something, or 3, I don't know. But basically, it's like a cradle that's carrying a bigger SRV than we can fit in the SRV bay.
Ooh,
and then you
nice.
deploy the SRV, and the thing on the right drops down. And you go driving around in it. And the reason it looks weird to me is because these are separate, as we see.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
There's a cradle that's landed on the left, and this is the SRV driving back up to it on the right.
So instead of flying your Type 11, your Type 11 will drop one of these down onto a planet. It will release your SRV once you've landed. Your SRV does the mining, comes back, and then is extracted back up to the ship.
I don't know. Maybe that's the only thing that satisfies. That's the only thing that satisfies this weird angle issue that I have with it.
I have a question when you're talking about if you're mining anything other, like if you're mining commodities from a station with a vessel, how much would you want its cargo capacity to be?
Yeah, it's an issue, isn't it?
That would be the next question around that.
Mine needs to be new and super valuable, so that 10 units is worth something.
10 units would be a max when you consider what we have. How much can the Scorpion take? It's
4.
like
2. And
The
SRV can take
Scorpions
4.
2.
Scorpions 2, the Scarabs 4.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so it would need to be thick with like 3 C's and a K.
I mean,
which is probably why it doesn't fit in the SRV bay, because it's too big.
So that's why you need them up
need
too.
fighter
That's
bay.
bigger, so it comes out of the vessel bay, but it's still only going to carry 20, 10.
16 probably, I think.
But your
16 at the
ship,
most, I
16's
reckon.
too much.
but when you
16's too much, I reckon.
when you deploy your Nomad, though, your ship hangs around. So what if there's a mechanism like a set of limpets that's flying back and forward to your main ship? I mean, I'm adding extra mechanics to the open-sided Thunderbird 2 deployment ship that we've now come up with.
You know the word of caution that Claire gave us all at the beginning about.
No, it's too
fuck
late.
that. Move on. Fuck that. Let's create the new game. Let's write the design document now.
We're doing it again. We're getting carried away.
I mean, what I was going to say
that we're raping.
what I was going to say when Claire was saying, "Don't get too carried away." I went to the last CG station that just finished, and outside of that was a high metal content world that has these sort of red spots on it, these sort of red lava spots on it.
Yeah.
And looking at this picture and looking at the lava, I was thinking, God, would this be a ship that you can only deploy somewhere different that we couldn't possibly land before? And so that's me just going full nuts, new planetary landing. It is not that. Everyone listening right now, it's not that. However, my brain has went to a place where it's totally that. Because,
oh my God,
hear me out,
Chris.
picture of lava.
Picture of lava, which already categorically exists on other planets that we can land on without a problem.
Listen, I didn't say it made sense. I just connected two completely separate dots.
Maybe instead of any kind of drill or mining laser, maybe it's just got a big straw and it literally mines lava. You just suck lava up.
All of a sudden, I'm now getting images of Doctor Who and Red Dwarf. So yeah, that's
who. I desperately need to know. We have like our show, or like all of our show information that we all pick up before we goes into show notes. Who put the picture into the? I'm guessing it was my husband. If it wasn't my husband, I need everyone to know, because he's as they've posted it in here, they've called it Lava Sucker 3000. It has to be my husband.
I can confirm it definitely was a Chris.
Was it you? Did you do it?
Maybe.
Yes! Oh, I love my quizzes. They're great.
Yeah,
so that's a Lava Souk of 3000.
Yeah, lava souk. You know, it souks lava.
Oh my God.
It's there to souk lava. That's what you want it to do, you know, because clearly you need, I don't know, lava for things.
Fucking hell, I love you guys. So funny.
What station doesn't want lava delivered to it?
What station exactly? No, you're right. We're... Oh, man.
I know.
Out of all of those four, what do we think is the most likely?
The most likely is probably a new SRV that will scoop or make scooping bits from lava fields easier. I think if I temper everything down, it's probably going to be a new SRV that needs something to land, and all it does is it makes collecting bits from lava fields easier. For instance, you'll get more minerals, or you get more mats or commodities from mining out of them. Even though I want more and more stuff than that. And why did Chris have to say you could land on those volcanic planets? And I just thought, oh God, no, I really did want that. But never mind. Yes.
Sorry, I just fully broke it. The only other thing, looking at it now, I'm thinking of, you know, those claw games that you get in arcades where it comes along and just like dunks stuff down. It could just be the claw dropping off an SRV.
The claw.
The claw. And then when you want picked up, it just comes along and it picks you up with the claw. And then that's why it can only be deployed from like bigger ships.
Those of you who are thinking of Toy Story, and then there's those of you who are thinking of Mass Effect.
Why was I thinking of Toy Story and not Mass Effect? I really hate that. Gosh darn it.
So, I mean, I guess, can we move on to what the community think?
100%, absolutely. We asked the same question of the question on the question of the week, because obviously we did, because Frontier Drop was a tease, and we never shy away from getting your thoughts on it as well. So basically, on a Sunday, normally between about 12 and 2, which is coincidentally exactly the same time that the Chris Mark Ford does his absolutely awesome, wonderful show on Black Diamond FM. You should definitely check him out because he's really good at what he do. You can tell because he's got that good radio voice and stuff. But we asked on our Blue Sky, on our Twitter, and in our Discord, our question of the week. And this week it was, what is the new vessel that Frontier is teasing? And I'll start us off this week. Commander Camby replied, a mining SRV seems to be the obvious answer. I'm hoping it has a scanner for geologicals like the Nomad does for bios. As for gameplay, I'm guessing that you'll deploy it near fumaroles / spouts, etc. to extract materials. Its name, the Tarantula.
Oh, good name.
Really good name. It's going to begin with an S, though, but really good name.
Yeah, maybe it's just we'll call it the Spider.
Oh, you know what? They might. The Scarab, the Scorpion, and the... no, it'll be an SC what? I'm going to look up SC insect names.
Centipede.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work.
No, Alec, no.
I don't like that.
Yeah, but it'll be one that we confuse.
I don't know what you guys were thinking of.
What's that?
I was thinking of the video game when Alex said that, not what you guys were thinking of. Commander Sirius Wolf. With the break new ground and the image containing a geyser, it has to be a gathering / extraction type vehicle. I presume a vehicle based on what it looks like with a wheel in the image. In terms of its name, I think it should be Morris if it's related to mining. Morris mining. Oh, no.
Nice.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Just
thing. Marketera says, we've all heard of rumors or guesses about surface mining. That would be nice to give back geological signs a meaning. 100% hope it is.
It's true, because I'm just looking for bios at the moment. I'm not looking for even though actually when you come across an atmospheric world that's got geysers and that kind of stuff on it, it is really, really nice.
Yeah, they're great actually, aren't they? It'd be nice to have a real reason to go and track down geysers. Yeah.
Every time you say track down geysers, I'm going, you're right, mate. Yeah.
Oi,
Some
oi.
geysers.
Round the back. Round the back of Lave Station, you find some geysers.
Those are the ones from last week. Those were the ones from last week. Those geezers are the ones you couldn't fix Ben's pipe in. That's why he's not here this week. He's had right cowboys up in his pipe in.
No, all the geezers out of Colonia now. Out of Colonia, they're on a job, mate.
Yeah, they're on Colonia, that's fine.
I have got Chicken Cow God. I've heard a lot of people talk about vessel-related stuff, but honestly, not quite sure it's a vessel to begin with. I agree with what most people have said, with it being related to planet surface mining, but I think it's going to be more akin to some mining rig, possibly connected to colonization too, where you'd be able to set up mining rigs to supply your economy or something like that. But for what reason? I have no clue. Planetary mining would have to be very efficient in order to be worth it compared to asteroid mining, and I feel it's going to be another nightmare to balance. It would be cool to see something like having Starport sell platinum or other asteroid unique minerals by having them be supplied by these mining rigs, though. I think that's true, isn't it? It's kind of like, okay, if it's surface mining, but why in comparison to everything else, isn't it? It's like, it seems really obvious for it to be
incentive?
That. Yeah, what reason? What reason have we got?
Well, it'd have to be rare minerals of the equivalent of void. opals, won't it?
Mhm.
Because when core mining came in, void opals made everyone went manic for them, and even pirates liked it because that was something that people could pirate.
Mhm.
It's like you
But,
kind of
yeah.
you kind of need like your unobtainium that's just randomly it's been there on the
Yeah.
planets all this time. You guys, you've just been missing it when you've been walking around, but now you've got this. You can find the unobtainium deposits. So, you know.
Absolutely. It's yeah. Little Big Yin. Kind of fond of him. I think it's a ground drilly doodah. The leg kind of reminds me of something to spread the weight, like you're on big diggers. So my thought is some kind of material derrick thing. We will set this up and it will extract minerals, metals in a given area. Maybe we'll get a new pingy thing to show us areas to drill in, and it will be called the Minotaur or Gerald. I like Gerald.
Gerald. Oh, you might as well start calling it Malcolm.
What's wrong with Malcolm?
Okay, you might as well start calling it Nigel. How's that?
What's wrong with Nigel? Oh,
Really?
Nige Dump Pub.
Nicey. A mining ... something? Kind of looks like a pike with a beefed up stand, plus lava spouts. Okay.
Which the lava spouts have absolutely nothing to do with it.
Oh, that would be annoying. That would be so annoying.
Yeah. Funnily enough, actually, I think it was Popper out in chat mentioned it being a bike, and I did suddenly see that leg in a new way. You know, the leg that you kick out to prop up a motorbike.
That was the first thing I said when it popped up in my Discord. I think
Yeah.
the first thing I said was hover bike.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, let's see what Buddy Cole has to say. Buddy Cole says, no matter the name Frontier gives it, mine shall include the word Tonka. I suspect it's designed to ease the burden of collecting surface-based engineering maps like the newish signal sources.
The Tonka. Yes, I can see it being called the Tonka.
It's a good thing, the newish signal sources, because we've not done anything with our weird plants and biology yet, have we? So
nope.
potentially something to go around and harvest, something like that, maybe. I've got Big Al Cappuccino, Minecraft Tunnel Time, and maybe a bit more Dig Dug-esque.
Oh, Big Al, you're showing your age there, because I know what Dig Dug was. It sold so many 10p's.
Yeah, I know Dig Dug.
I don't.
Sorry, we're too young and cool in it. We're
too
found the
young
line.
and cool enough for that. We found the line again. Thanks, Al, for showing us the line. Big Al did also include a picture which we couldn't put in a podcast. So there is that. Long Mile says, and I'm here for it, let's shoot the moon. We're actually seeing two new things, a new ground vehicle on the right and a deployable mining pod on the left. The mining pod takes up a module slot on your ship and combines with a mining laser and a refinery and combines a mining laser and a refinery in one neat little package. We'll use the vehicle to scan for mineral deposits and then call down the mining pod from our ship. The pod will land, load up on materials, then lift off to dock with the ship to transfer everything back to the cargo bay. New vehicle, new shipboard module, and a new mining loop. Oh, names. The ore prospecting vehicle will be called a surveyor, and the module will be a surface extraction refinery. I mean, that's such a dope idea. Like, genuinely, that's such a cool idea. But that's like a new feature.
Or, like, rather than, like, the idea of a sort of passive mining thing that you just leave behind and somehow you magically get money in your bank account.
Yeah.
If that platform, the yellow thing on the left, if that was like a platform and it just sat there mining, and what you did is basically use just a normal SRV, or I suppose the thing on the right, to just keep running backwards and forwards between your ship and it. So it doesn't matter, it can only carry however many cargo, because you're just constantly going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Is that fun? I can't decide if
I don't know if it's fun. The alternative, the alternative is having some sort of mining doodah thing that sits on the planet, and then you have to interact with it in some way. So there's there's something reactionary there. So a bit like with all of the other mining, like the more advanced mining mechanics, like you're aiming for a particular spot to yeet the thing off,
like
or with when you're blowing up a thing on the subsurface. Yeah. You've got to wait for the thing to happen. There's some kind of like mini game to make it, because Frontier historically aren't big fans of you leaving something to make a lot of money. That's proven with how little money you get from colonization. Yes, it's an overspill, but you don't. There's not a lot of passive income in this game. There's a minimal passive income in Elite of care packages and a little tiny bit from colonization. Something that you leave to make you a lot of money doesn't seem to follow the same ethos. Still a cool idea, though.
I mean, that's how it worked in the previous iterations, but again, they sort of said they couldn't find a way to get that kind of gameplay to work with it in an MMO. Plus, also that the engine couldn't handle people driving it. You know, the mining. Yeah. Anyway, I have eyeball. The wheel is chromed and shiny, and not what I generally picture attached to a mining vehicle, as opposed to the work-worn JCB yellow strut opposite, which is more in line with heavy work equipment. Is the strut leaning in the opposite direction you'd expect it was if it was supporting the wheeled vehicle? These thoughts make me wonder if FDev is releasing more than one vehicle. If I saw the wheel independent of the strut and then break the new ground tagline, I'd think racer, chrome, fancy trim, low profile, tyre. My guess is a ground-hugging SRV racer designed for the unfinished settlement tracks called HIM. The strut is on a deployable racing gate, something that can be dropped from Tim and used to mark out racetracks.
Oh my God, stop my beating
reckon
heart.
I've nailed it.
What are you doing to me, Ivor? That's outrageous.
That also sounds really cool.
It's from Tim.
Tim! That is also really cool.
How long have we said? How difficult is it to put in racetracks? Anyway.
Clearly really hard, otherwise they'd be in already. For a person, for like one of us to put in racetracks and then have someone else run it, and for it to remain consistent, and for it to not move around or bodge around when the whole of the solar system is moving and the place where you've got it is also moving within that solar system, it's got to be absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, ED Copilot can do it apart from the visuals.
Well, yeah, the visuals are kind of the important bit.
I sort of got air quotes around the apart from the visuals, but.
Oh dear, shall we stay together? How hard can it be?
Probably quite difficult, otherwise it would be there already.
Also, much as I love Eyeball's suggestion, if you were going to have racing gates, you'd make them elegant and holographic, not a dirty grey JCB like frame around it, like it's come from the Victorian era or something.
It's like turning up to an F1 track and it's just sort of, it's still got hay bales instead of proper safety things at the back.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Right, Murderbot says it's a new SRV type vehicle called the Thumper. Basically, it's reinforced landing gear shoots it into the air and then thrusts back down to the ground. It's the space hopper, that's what I said. When it hits, does a seismic shock that the radar can use to find mineral deposits. You then drive over to the deposit, mine it, and do the whole process again.
And then you do it too much in one area and a space worm appears and eats your SRV.
Or you break through and then you fall into the back rooms.
I've still got a top shift somewhere where it actually shows me going through a planet SRV, falling through into a planet's surface.
Still happens occasionally, very occasionally.
Apologies, I got slightly
That's
distracted when my game crashed. Right, I have got Sergeant Spell. It's an SRV that deploys a mining rig with like 100 cargo capacity, only able to mine at geological sites on a planet. Boom! Here's a new revamp of an old feature, surface mining, what a chore, and a new ship to help you do it. It's called Canary.
Sticking with the mining theme, I suppose.
When was the last time any of you did surface mining?
Oh, I do it all the time when I need more iron because I use up all my repair synths at a ridiculous
Oh,
rate.
on your SRV, yeah, I suppose.
Well, that's one of the problems is that I know I've got to do a lot at the moment to restock all my mats. But the thought of actually doing it, I'm not really looking forward to.
I don't mind it at all. The only thing that always, I suppose, even more now feels a bit off is when way back when Frontier were like, first said, you're going to get geology and sort of you'll be able to mine it, and then what we end up getting with these sort of stupid little tiny fumarole things, and you can chip off one little crystalline fragment. It all seemed a bit small scale. We're talking about a planet here, and all you can do is find these little stupid little things and chip off one little, I don't know. It seemed, when you shoot one of the rocks and it puffs into like 8 bits that you can pick up, it just seems all a bit insubstantial somehow.
Well, you want the No Man's Sky, you're able to drill through to the core, do you?
I don't know. Yeah, more, bigger, more. Yeah, it feels
Elite Dangerous Minecraft.
I don't know. I think it's a tricky thing because I haven't done it for ages, but that's only because I'm not on a planet. I'm not circumnavigating a planet or anything on those lines, so I'm not. I will be restocking before I do it. But there are, for me at least, I will find that I restock raws by doing missions, or I restock raws by if I go on like a strip mining thing, because I don't ignore any of the mats. So I'm always be collecting in my type 11 without having a problem with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel I'm curious if it is, and with Break New Ground and all of that, general consensus is that there is some sort of like surface mining thing element as part of it. I'm really interested to see what the incentive is going to be.
Can I just say one thing since we're talking mining?
Mm-hmm.
I have to actually give a shout out to Frontier for the Type 11, which has actually made tritium mining possible.
Mm-hmm. I did it the other day. It was great.
I know. Normally, in my past experience, it's going out in the T9, trying to get tritium was an absolute ball ache. So you'd end up spending so much money buying the tritium from refineries.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I think thanks to the Type 11 and the fact that I was only there for half an hour and I had over 100 tons of tritium, and that would have taken 5-6 hours previously. So it's now possible to take my carrier out into the deep black and keep it fueled. So I'm looking forward to doing that sometime in the future. Sorry about the diversion.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome because there's all of these ways that Frontier are recognizing that we are we're not the same commanders who voted for a 61.5 hour wait to get your ship from the bubble to Colonia. We're not those. We a lot of us game differently. A lot of us spend our time differently than what we did 10 years ago or however long ago that was. A lot of us have a very different attitude when it comes to playing Elite. Not to say that we love it any less, we love it any more, or anything along those lines. It's just different. That from my experience and the people that I talk to more readily about Elite. And And I think it's very cool to see everything that Frontier is doing, at least now, is expediting that player experience and letting you enjoy the bits that are fun rather than making you wait to experience them, and therefore sort of like keeping you in the game and keeping you doing a thing for the time that is required. Like getting 100 tritium is a lot easier than it would have been previously, and I think they need. It's important to acknowledge that Frontier have managed to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Although, ironically, I actually got into, not an argument, but someone was arguing against the SCO. And I was there thinking,
what the fuck?
Yeah. But he said, I remember the old days where even though it took ages to get to do 20,000 light seconds, you would appreciate it. And I was going, no, you didn't.
Well, the thing is, here's the thing. If you had fun while you were doing this, that's great. Nobody is telling you that you have to fit an SCO drive into your ship. The other drives still exist, mate. You can go and whack a normal drive into your ship.
Yeah.
The thing is that you don't. The only difference really is the boost button. You can fly the old style without pressing the boost button if you want.
Yeah.
So it's one of these win-wins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
SEO, and I was a real defendant. I remember Obsidian Ant used to have this thing about not liking travel time very much and wanting to, and I always sort of was against that. I was like, no, I really like that Elite feels big and it takes time to get places. And SEO was just, I love it because it doesn't shrink it doesn't change the scale of like any given system. It just gives you a way to get there faster.
I also think that was a valid concern at the time. That the worry was that everything would feel smaller because you can jump further. You can do Caspian as well. The galaxy feels smaller. I don't think the galaxy feels smaller. I think the galaxy feels just as big. Just I can experience more of it now in the time that I have to play, and that's amazing.
Yeah, and the amazing thing with SEO was that a great many systems, and even more now, I think, with colonization actually, would have at least half of the planets in the system would be, I don't know, 100,000 light seconds out, and nobody ever, well, with a few exceptions, nobody ever went out to those places at all.
Mm-hmm.
They would just you just go to a different system, or you'd abandon the mission or whatever. You just wouldn't go there. You'd do it once.
Yeah.
So it's literally opened up, not just made it easier to get there, but it's literally opened up half the galaxy that nobody ever used to go to.
Yeah, I'm finding that on my slow trip to Colonia is that I'm coming across systems, and you can always tell that it was explored before the SCO drive was implemented.
Yeah, 100%.
The A-star planets are all mapped, but the B-star and C-star planets, no, they're no.
Yeah.
They're still unavailable, and most of them have got the really important stuff on it, which means more money for me. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. It's just good. It's just good. I'm gonna really wrench this wheel and try and steer us a little bit back on track. I feel entirely responsible for it, though. Crichton Zeroff says, I think it's another SLV that is the equivalent of the Nomad, but for surface prospecting. The Falcon AC Gonad is fitted with a radar that will highlight geological POIs from the air and will expedite the collection of raw materials in a similar fashion to that of the recently revamped high-grade signal sources. Yeah, it definitely needs to be called a Gonad. I'm on board 100%, Creighton.
And anybody, there's extra points if you name your Gonad Buster. Daisy Bell. I appreciate everyone being very reasonable and logical with their guesses, because it means I don't have to be. My pie-in-the-sky prediction, this new vessel is a passenger SRV/Nomad. This will come with a revamp of passenger missions. Just imagine it. Loading up your tourists into your Caspian, taking them on a sightseeing tour of the galaxy. Except You can now, in addition to the older style passenger missions, pilot this new vessel and take tour groups down to planet surfaces. You can then show them active geysers, mysterious crash sites, and radicoid forests. Whatever this new vessel is called, I will name mine the Magic School Bus.
Amazing.
It's
Amazing, Daisy.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
I like it. And unique take.
I think the only way you'll break new ground is if you drop the passengers there from a very large height.
When they start making too many demands, you can jettison them. Right.
And they break on the new ground.
Commander Fortunado says new SLV, the Lakon Minor Bike, launched as a motorbike, but from the fighter bay because fun. Zoom around with a new updated geological survey HUD, doing wheelies to your heart's content until you find the desired mineral deposits, at which point it transforms Bumblebee style into a deep core mining rig. You can see it clearly mid-transformation in the photo.
Oh, don't throw me with a good time.
Something nice and shiny into something old and decrepit. Yeah, okay.
It's underneath all the cool paneling and stuff. It works. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. Don't burst our bubble. It's a mining speeder bike transformer. I have got Buxton. There'll be a Mark II SRV hangar from which you can deploy a giant SRV called the Ferret. That SRV will be able to deploy a MB5 automated mining machine, a newer version of the MB4 mining machine from Frontier and Frontier First Encounters. It would make some sense because for ages the system map has shown landable planets having pristine reserves. But at the moment, there's no way to mine on them.
We have a list of all the names that we've come up with so far. We've had the tarantula, we've had the ferret.
The gonad.
Gonad, don't forget the gonad.
I don't think I'm ever going to forget the gonad.
Of course. So I will say I've also had an encyclopedia of insects and arachnids open. And there's not a lot with an SC. There's a scrub, but I don't think it would be called that because that's got bad connotations. I think I don't know what it would be going through all of this. Stink bug, I've decided right now.
A stink bug.
A stink bug. I got really excited earlier when I saw something called a something scorpion, and I was like, "Oh, a scorpion's a really good name." And yeah, it is because it's in the fucking game, Claire.
Maybe they're just going to break from their SC tradition.
Yeah, they'd have to. I'm not going to lie. They're going to have to. It's going to be a flying ship anyway, so it won't matter. The Jinx effect says, dunno, but I'm probably going to want it. I see what could be a wheel or a canister and what could be a landing strut or articulated leg. Maybe a ground vehicle. Naming convention seems to be invertebrates for land vehicles, so I'll guess mantis. Why not? It's as good a name as any. What makes it special? Dunno. More than getting you from A to B anyway. Yeah, 100% agree. It's more than getting you from A to B. Mantis is nice. I like the idea of a mining mantis.
That's true. It's got a nice ring to it. I've got Commander Midnight Wraith, a custom deployable from your ship, e.g. the Type 9 vessel that can land on asteroids and do deep mining. Wouldn't that be cool?
Would be cool.
It would be.
All of these things that everyone has said would be really cool.
It would. We've totally type 11 to this, but it's
yeah,
really
we have. Oh no.
Right, last one. VR247. Who, incidentally, I don't think I gave them the proper shout out. VR247 is running the Distant Races expedition.
Cool.
It's their fleet carrier that I've been hitching a ride on. It would be awesome if it's a mining SRV or SLV pulse wave scanner, and geological signals are now a material hotspot. In any case, I'm so glad Frontier is giving some love and attention to ship-launched thingies. I've always thought deploying vehicles from our ships is one of the coolest things about Elite. I'd be thrilled if they would just let us switch out the turrets and tools on the Scarab and Scorpion. Choose a bioscanner or wave scanner for your tool, or choose a multi-cannon or rocket launcher instead of the dual repeater, and surge repeater we are locked into.
Yeah.
Yep, I've often thought it'd be really nice to be able to outfit SRVs and engineer them, and just partly because, and I suppose it's been a long time since I had this thought, but when we way back did our first great planetary expedition, and 50 SRVs set out on this great journey, or whatever it was, and apart from paint jobs, they were all identical. And a bit of a shame.
Yeah,
nice.
No, I agree with you. I do agree with you. It's I think there would definitely be some restrictions. So, like the that pulse wave thing that the Nomad had would have to stay on the Nomad. They wouldn't be able to give it to anything else, because then that just gets rid of the point of the Nomad. But
I've got a question actually.
Yeah.
So I keep forgetting to do this. We can name our nomads, can't we?
Can we?
I believe. Have I imagined that?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so here's my question. If I name my nomad, like, how long does that name persist? Presumably, if I blow up the nomad and then restock, does it still have the same name? I guess it does.
Yes.
If I sell my vehicle hangar and then later on put one back on, presumably it doesn't keep the name. I don't know. What am I naming, I suppose? Do you know what I'm asking? It's like our ships are very definitely a thing. We might sell them, we might ship them somewhere else, but they are the thing, and you can name them. But it struck me as odd that you can name a nomad in a way, because it's something you almost restock. It's like naming a bullet. What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. I just assumed you wouldn't be able to name them. Can you name any of the ship launch fighters?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's unique.
I think
you can name the Nomad.
Because this is like a weird hybrid, isn't it? I'm just thinking of how many Delta Flyers they printed out in Voyager, and it kept the name. So I think you're all right. I think you've got it okay, Alec. But yeah. I don't know how that works database wise. I wonder if there's just a weird database sitting there that's just nomads, just confusing linkages between different nomads.
I'll have to try it. Maybe I'll do some experimentation for next week's show and give you a definitive answer.
Yeah, right.
That's so interesting.
Has anybody got any other business?
No, not that I can think of.
No, apart from the fact that in a month's time ECM will be happening.
In a month's time ECM will be happening. We'll find out what it is on, they said Thursday, question mark? It's Thursday we're finding out what the ship is, or what this new thing is.
This Thursday? 2 days?
Is it this Thursday? Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow. Oh, is it? All right, okay.
I think so. Hang on, what did they say on that tweet on the 6th? So yeah, Thursday.
Awesome.
Yeah, concept reveal coming 6th of August.
There we go. Something to look forward to. We got a concept reveal on the 6th of August.
And then we're all going to be proven wrong.
It's realistically, what do you think it is? Like, honestly, realistically, I just think it's just going to be an SRV that has got can find the meso asteroids a bit better, or whatever they're called, mesoidoids.
Now I think about it, I don't exactly know what it'll be or how it'll work, but I think it's going to be the MB4 or something that
equivalent to an
satisfies
MB4.
that itch.
Yeah, I think it's going to be some kind of SRV mining machine, but I don't think it'll be like the one in previous games where you can leave it. You've got to stay with it.
Yeah.
Are there any pictures out there of what the old MB4 looked like? Was it ever a model, or was it just a concept, like a thing
no,
that was written
you
about?
could use them. I
Okay.
can't remember what they look like though.
I had a little Google and I couldn't find a picture, but
Oh man, looking up something on the
Yeah, I was
internet
gonna
while
say,
doing a
this is-
podcast.
I've done this already.
What game was it in? Was it in Frontier First Encounters?
It was in Frontier and Frontier First Encounters. See images.
Yeah, no, I can't see. I can't see anything. There's no image. I can't see any images of it at all.
No.
Although someone has done some fantastic fan art one.
Well, yeah.
I was just thinking, like when we eventually got the Panther Clipper, for example, which was another legendary thing that people in Frontier gave it to us. It looked about right. So I was curious about what an MB4 might look like.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I guess we should do our shout-outs. Hello to our sister station, Hutton Orbital Radio. It broadcasts on a Thursday at 8:30. You can tune in at twitch.tv/Hutton Orbital Truckers. Or if you just want the audio, go to radio.forthemug.com. For the discerning commander that likes a bit of CQC action, check out the CQC Discord at discord.me/Elite Dangerous CQC. And also we'll give some shout outs to the other Elite Dangerous podcasts. That would be the Guard Frequency, who do other space games as well. Loose Screws, the litigious so-and-sos from over the other side of the Atlantic. And of course, if you speak French,
I just let the funky music do the talking.
there's the Elite Dangerous podcast. Wait, they've never contacted me to tell me how to pronounce it properly, so I'm just going with it. But they also do.
They can find it.
They also do these fantastic player-based missions as well. Following on from this, we have the latest Galnet News Digest as provided by Commander Witherspoon and Commander Beetlejude. And thanks to everybody who's chipped in on the Twitch chat and what in-game commanders, Chris, have actually made it to Colonia.
I think a lot of them were getting picked off outside of Colonia. We had Martina Caulfield, Rocky Star, and Apathis.
Apathis actually made it?
He made it. He survived. At least 2 or 3 runs.
Wow. Special thanks to Commander Tokuso, JN Trax, and Alan Stroud, who have all created music that we use on the show. So that's it for another episode of Lave Radio. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, please, you can find all the contact links in the home/contact us menu of the laveradio.com website. And leave your feedback or comments on Spotify. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, help us beat the algorithm, please. Do let us know if you have any questions or if there's anything you'd like us to discuss in a future episode. Thanks to Claire.
I'm Luke, I'm 5, and my dad's Bruce Lee. Drives me around him in his JCB.
Oh, don't. I'll start crying.
I love that song so much.
Oh, dear. Then we also have Alec.
Thanks, Colin. Night all.
And of course, special thanks for doing talking and teching. That would be the Chris Mark IV.
You're welcome.
So until next time, Commanders, fly safe. And if you can't do that, fly dangerous.
Is your life like this?
Sounds like someone having an orange inserted. You need a safe word.
Space can be loaded.
I'm gonna see the galaxy.
Ah, damn it. No worries, guys. Hold the fort for 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Galnet News Update, 4th of August, 3312. Commanders carrying curated commodity care packages for the Colonia Council's 10th anniversary celebration have noticed that there appears to be a sliding scale of difficulty, with the demand at one of the 4 ports unlikely to be met. Care packages are being distributed from Jack Station to 4 other stations in Colonia. Nearby Mizuno Dock in Asura only wanted 11.5 million of these party bags, while Templar Barracks in Randgnid wanted twice the amount. Deliveries are complete to both destinations. Pirate Base Robin Rock in Carcosa wants 34.5 million, and it will have them, probably by the end of today. That leaves the outpost Paxton Landing in Einherjar, which unaccountably wants 46 million goodie bags, nearly 100 curated commodity packages for every man, woman and child in the system. If they wanted that many, they should have laid on a large landing pad. There is no likelihood whatever that the goal will be met, but it is still possible that the Tier 1 goal might be achievable in the day remaining before the initiative ends. The Pilots Federation and the Colonia Council have been vague about what rewards will be offered if the 4 initiatives are successful, with vague talk of a mega market and a brewer corporation taking an interest in Colonia. Wouldn't it be nice if we could find out?